Committing to the journey of remembering. The journey of remembering is a reconnecting of the facts, a reconnecting of the truth, if you will, of your true nature, of your true positioning, of your relationship to God or to source energy. The journey of remembering is one where you are engaged in the process of releasing from the faculty, the tool that is the mind, a powerful mechanism it is, all that separates you from your true nature, the nature of source, the mind of God. All fear, all hesitation, all insecurity is not of God. It's not of source. All that stops you, all that causes you to think twice, are limitations. For God does not hesitate. God does not hesitate because God does not know there are mistakes. God knows there are no mistakes. Source energy does not hesitate. Source energy moves forward, experiencing, growing, learning along the way. And this is key. It's also obvious in your cultures. It's obvious in your humanity, in your societies. Those that have stepped above the norm, stepped above the masses, have been free of these limitations. They move forward. Failure, mishaps, mistakes are not debilitating. They are not the end all. They do not stall. They do not stop. The lessons are learned and they continue to press forward. If you'd only press forward towards your visions, towards your goals, free of any limitation, free of hesitation, free of all care and concern for the surface, for the realm of effects. Yes, all people that you encounter in your reality are effects. All circumstances you encounter in your reality are effects. The family that you are so concerned about, that you claim to love so much, and that you don't want to hurt them with anything that you do in your successes and your failures, they are effects. That circumstance, that dynamic that has been created is an effect. The ideas that you have in your mind are effects of past circumstances. They're not of source energy. They're not of God. For source is all things. Source is all things. There is no separation. The I am is the I. Therefore, the I does not have to concern itself with itself. It doesn't have to feel sorry for itself. It would never feel sorry for itself. It doesn't have to care for itself. It doesn't get angry at itself. It doesn't get frustrated with itself. It doesn't fear itself. It doesn't feel fear for itself. It just is. And it continues. And it expands. It evolves. And it knows with every movement, with every action, with every word that it is experiencing. It is expanding. It is evolving. Now the question is, the mistake that occurs is that with the mind, this powerful tool, this powerful mechanism, you can get twisted up in your focus and where you place your attention. If your attention is on the manifestations, is on the effects, and you are emotionally attached to the effects, then you are separate from the mind of God, the mind of Source. Source does not get caught up in the effects. Source is emotional, excited, anticipated, exhilarated at the experience in movement toward the next desire. Because every time you reach a desire, every time you reach a goal, a new goal is born. Because life is about expansion. Life is about growth. Life is about exploration and experience for the whole. That whole that you are a part of, that whole that you are. Life is about the experience and the expansion of the whole. So if you are making the mistake of focusing on the manifestations, of focusing on the effects, and you are attached and getting emotional about the effects of your life, that which has already manifested, then you are out of sync with Source. Just to give you a simple example, if you have a house and you're focused on the house that is manifest, and you are focused on protecting the house that is manifest, well, then you, in that moment, begin to deny the natural expansion that you are. For the truth is, once you, and this is an example, once you acquire, attain, manifest the house, then there's an idea born within you of some form of more. And the point, the goal, the magnificence of the process is that with that idea being born, that new desire being born as a result of a manifestation realized, is that now you have the opportunity, the potentiality to become more in the process of creating a new manifestation. You came into a relationship, but in order to grow that relationship, not maintain it, but in order to grow that relationship, you must become more. You started your business. In order to grow that business, you must become more. You started your garden. In order to expand that garden, you must become more. You desire new relationships, new friendships. In order to expand your relationships, expand your friendships, your associations, you must become more than you are right now. This is the growth process. This is the expansion of Source that occurs in between the manifestations. The game is an inward game, an inner transformation. This is the game. This is the result of the creative process, you becoming more. But the process requires, if you are to align yourself with Source, the process requires that you are moving toward a desire. And in order to move toward a desire, that's where you must place your attention and your focus on that which you are inspired to create. And to do that, you cannot be focused on emotionally attached to the effects that exist as your present reality. For Source or God does not focus on the effects, that which has already been born. Source focuses on that which it can become, that which it is becoming in the process of creation, in the process of manifestation, creating and realizing a manifestation. So commencing the process of remembering that which you are is to focus on your becoming. Or to focus on your becoming, you will realize that you have a mind, that your mind is filled with limitations, and those limitations must be let go. For in the process of becoming, you will realize that the manifestations are effects and not causes. And when you realize the manifestations are effects and not causes, then you are forced to look inward. And in so doing, you will no longer be driven. Your creative process, your individual creative process, will no longer be driven by the effects existing now as your reality, because you've taken your focus and attention off of them. You are no longer engaged in the vicious cycle of being aware of that which has manifested, becoming emotionally involved with it, and therefore creating more of that which has manifested. Most often, that which you do not want. Because the prevailing language now in your society is on that which you do not want. It is moving toward that which you do not want, to fight against it, to defend against it. It is not moving toward that which you desire. There's a very small percentage of time where you're actually consistently moving toward that which you desire. And in moving toward that which you desire, you are emitting a very distinctly different frequency than when you are moving toward that which you do not desire or trying to move away from it, which means you're actually moving toward it because you're giving it such attention and focus and feeling, and you're talking about it and you're speaking about it and you're fighting against it, which means you're giving your attention to it, which means you are creating it. And it is absolutely destined, guaranteed to appear, to manifest as your reality over and over and over again. This is the result of your this is the cause of your finances. This is the cause of your relationship. This is the cause of your health. It's the cause of every single thing you experience as your reality every second, in every now moment. But you can change all of that. If you would change where you place your attention, place it on that which you want, feel on that which you want, speak on that which you want, and nothing more. Commencing the process of remembering requires a mental shift, a psychological shift, a change in position, a holding steady of mental position. And in doing so, the answers will begin to be revealed. The knowledge of one who maintains a higher frequency, a higher energy signature, will begin to be revealed. The true nature of source that frees you, that empowers you, will begin to be revealed. And each of you, my friends, will come to know that you are God, that you are source. There is no separation within the oneness. There is no place where you are absent or separate from the love of God, the love of source. There is no place where you are separate from the well-being of God or of source. There is no place where opulence, radiance, wealth, abundance, excess is not the truth. The only place where you can be separate from the ideas of source is in your mind. And it is in your mind where your reality is created. We thank you for the opportunity to share. We stand in awe to your choice to participate in the third dimensional reality in its magnificent, many ways to detract your focus, to keep you in the absence of knowledge and understanding. But you who are listening to this transmission have the tools to become a God in your society, to become a wielder of the flame of creation, a wielder of the flame of life that manifests your desires positively, lovingly, and affecting all that you come in contact with the radiance, the brilliance of your light. We celebrate our connection. We celebrate the unity that is between each one of us. We celebrate that we know you hear us, and that you will begin to understand us and our perspective from our non-physical reality, that you might be able to apply it, to live it, to breathe it in your physical form. We are here for you. We have always been here for you, to support you in your journey with all of the love